All right, man, peace. It's becoming very obvious that the most exciting narrative to follow in this up-and-coming NBA season will be the LA Lakers. Well, Stephen A. Smith has decided that he's going to declare without a doubt in his mind that the LA Lakers are going to meet the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Of course, they're going to talk about it, and I'm going to chime in.
Conference now. So LA winning all the superlatives. According to an ESPN forecast panel, the Lakers are most likely to be team turnaround and team turmoil.
I agree with that assessment. I think that the Lakers are going to win anywhere from 12 to even 17 more games than they won last season. And I also believe that they're going to be hell for any team to match up with in the playoffs not named Golden State. I could also see them going out in the first round. I think that the Western Conference is going to be that competitive. I could see the Lakers going out in the first round or even in the second round to the New Orleans Pelicans. I could see them going out to the OKC Thunder. I could see them going out to the Utah Jazz. I could see them going out to the Houston Rockets. I could also see the Lakers taking any one of those teams out. And along the way, we're going to hear a lot about what's going on in the locker room. We're going to hear a lot of rumors about Luke Walton losing his job. We're going to hear a lot of information in regards to Rajon Rondo and Lonzo Ball potentially having some friction in the locker room, and LeVar Ball trying to chime in on that. We're going to hear about Magic Johnson denying that he's considering removing Luke Walton. You're going to hear all that. It's going to be a big soap opera in LA this year.
Max, which one's actually more likely to happen? Turmoil or turnaround?
Well, they're both going to happen, but turnaround is the important thing here. Look at you know how much more talent, how much better this Lakers team is than the Cavs team from last year? I know they're in the Western Conference, but if you're just as good as the Cavs were last year, even in the Western Conference, you know what kind of a turnaround that is?
I think that's speculative to say that this Laker team is going to be so much better than the Cavaliers were last year. They have a lot of young talent. They're going to have to learn how to play together. They're going to have to learn how to play on a high level very quickly. This is going to be a test for Mr. LeBron James to see how good of a leader and a teacher and a basketball savant in regards to him being able to communicate his understanding of basketball and interact with his teammates at a high level. Communication is the key in any important relationship. It truly is. And we're going to find out if LeBron James can communicate. There will also be moments all throughout this season where LeBron is going to be passive-aggressive towards his teammates, most likely tweeting about how they need to mature and grow up. Because as we've seen, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, they're very fond of playing practical jokes on one another, especially over social media. And I'm not quite sure if LeBron James is going to tolerate that all throughout the season.
Even though the Lakers were ascending 35 wins, they're going to be a better than 500 team. They're going to be improved by at least 10 games.
At the very least, to be quite frank with you, if the Lakers don't win at least 50 games, I'm going to have to wonder about how effective LeBron James is going to be in the Western Conference. Because I have them winning anywhere from 48 to 53 games, and I'm leaning more towards 51, somewhere around there. They won 35 last season with a young squad and Lonzo Ball missing some time. So you would expect, even if they didn't have LeBron, for them to win somewhere around 40 games this year. I'm sure that Magic Johnson would be expecting that. He'd be putting the pressure on Luke Walton, telling him, look, this year we're going to have to be competing for an 8th seed. This is without LeBron. So one would expect that with LeBron James, that they would finish somewhere around the 5th or 6th seed at the worst. I have them finishing as high as 3rd, as low as 6th. We're going to find out.
The turnaround is what's going to happen. Look at what was already on the roster in Ingram, who's improving. He can handle the ball at the point if you need him to. Shots coming along. The defense. Remember, he was drafted 2nd overall. The thought is he's going to be an all-star, a Paul George maybe level player.
Let me say this very quickly. There's going to be a glut at small forward, big time. Because, of course, LeBron James will be starting at small forward. Kyle Kuzma plays small forward. They're probably going to have to move him to the 4. Brandon Ingram, where is he going to play? Are they going to move him to the 2? How much time is Lonzo Ball going to get on the court? Because, of course, you have Rajon Rondo. And then, on top of that, you have Lance Stevenson. So that is what is going to cause the team turmoil. I can already see it now. That shit is going to be a 3-ring circus.
He may be on the way. He's getting better every year. Kuzma hit the ground running. He's an excellent, among the best rookies in the league last year.
Yes, he looked like he was amongst the best rookies in the league last year, when for the most part, he received the bulk of the minutes at the 3 spot. What is he going to do this year?
You add Rondo. Stephen A., it's so interesting what they did. You look at Lonzo Ball. Who better to learn from than Rondo, who actually has also developed the shot over the years, who can be that kind of playmaking, visionary, brilliant passing, tough defensive point guard.
I'm not quite sure if Rajon Rondo is just there to instruct Lonzo Ball. He may be there to compete for the job. If he's there to compete for the job, there's no way that Magic Johnson wants him to declare that publicly. I think that Magic may be looking for a way out of the Lonzo Ball experiment.
You got Rondo and mentoring Lonzo. Even at the 2, you got Josh Hart, right, who's 3-and-D. KCP, the veteran, 3-and-D. Like they have actually depth and mentorship for the young guys in terms of like critical positions where they don't have bona fide rising talent like Ingram and Kuzma.
So what are you saying? They're going to be team turnaround?
Absolutely.
Easy. I've got the Lakers going to the Western Conference Finals. That's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm listening to folks talk about how the Lakers ain't going to be but so much. They might make the playoffs or whatever.
They're going to be very dangerous in the playoffs. Very dangerous.
I got the Lakers going to the Western Conference Finals.
You don't think it's a little aggressive?
I think that they're going to meet the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference.
Wow.
That's what
I have the Lakers going out in the second round. And if they went out in the first round, it would not shock me at all.
That's what I believe.
You, as you would say,
Wow.
flaming hypocrite.
I really
You
believe that.
flaming hypocrite.
I really
Here
believe
it is.
I really
You tell
believe
me.
Finals.
Stephen A. is thinking with his penis, not with his head. He wants to be out in LA as long as possible. That's why he's saying what he's saying. He's hoping that if they do lose, that they lose in the third round to the Golden State Warriors. In all actuality, Golden State is going to be the 1 seed. Houston is going to be the 2 seed. The Lakers are going to be anywhere from the 3 seed to the 6 seed. And let me say this. If the Lakers were to get to the conference finals, would it shock me? No. But just in my view, just looking at their team, I don't see them getting past the second round. They're not going to have the shooting. If they get to the second round and they have to compete with a Rockets team, they're not going to be able to shoot with them. And they're not going to be able to guard James Harden and Chris Paul. They're just not. LeBron is probably going to try to rest by guarding Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo has always been able to score on LeBron. At this stage in Carmelo's career, he's nowhere near as potent a scorer as he was at his peak. But LeBron James is nowhere near as devastating a defender as he was. So I could see him trying to rest by guarding Carmelo. So once again, who's going to guard James Harden? Are they going to put Brandon Ingram on him? I just see barbecue chicken there. And then, of course, you have Chris Paul. Nobody can guard him. He's too quick. His handles are too sharp. Rajon has never been able to guard Chris Paul.
Everybody remember this.
You tell me, LeBron. I'm the one over here saying.
Everyone remembers what I say.
Oh,
I ain't worried
God.
about
If you
that.
stop having
I ain't
to
worried about
compliment
that.
yourself
I ain't
every
worried
time I
about
say
that.
something.
You know what I'm saying? Go
I'm the
ahead.
one saying LeBron's on his own planet. There's no one on his level. You're saying, no, KD is right there. Let me ask you something. If KD joins the Lakers instead...
This guy's so ridiculous with his hyperbole. If no one else is on LeBron James' planet, how come he can't win one game against the Golden State Warriors? He can't win one game. You would not say that Allen Iverson is on his own planet, but he was able to win one game against the Lakers.
Instead of LeBron, you picking him to go to the Western Conference Finals?
Yep.
Oh, stop. You're picking... You'd say the addition of KD on these Lakers would bring them to the Western Conference Finals?
Yes.
All right, I don't know. I thought I had him, but apparently... Totally delusional.
In the playoffs, they're going to be in the Western
You're going to
Conference
catch
Finals.
up instead of being so slow on the uptake and realize the agenda behind my words. But that's a different...
I already know your agenda, bro. That's why I called you out. You're thinking with your penis. You're not thinking with your top head. You're thinking with your bottom head.
story at the end of the day. My point to you is this. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to be filled with drama, no doubt. But they are going to win 50-plus games. Kuzma and Ingram are going to benefit off of the arrival of LeBron. LeBron is going to win league MVP this year. He's going to win league MVP.
We'll see about that. I think that there's going to be a major push to get LeBron his 5th MVP. It's going to go well with the narrative of him transplanting himself out to LA and raising up the young pups. they're going to have to win at least 52 games for him to get that MVP award, because I think that there are going to be some players in the league that are going to have some tremendous seasons on their team. If the Rockets win another 60 games and James Harden averages 30, he's going to get the MVP. If the Warriors win 60-plus games and either KD or Steph average 29 or 30, they're going to get MVP consideration. And let's not forget about Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has been anointed as that next guy by Max Kellerman. If Anthony Davis can come out and have that signature season, that 28, 29 point per game season, 13 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, shooting over 50% from the field, around 38% from three, over 80% from the line, they're going to give him the MVP. So it's not going to be easy for LeBron.
MVP. And I think that Houston, something is going to happen where Houston doesn't face the Lakers. They end up facing Golden State before the Lakers.
All right, Nas.
Well, Steve, the only way that could happen is if the Rockets end up being the 4 seed. Because I'm sure that you're not going to say that Golden State is not going to be the 1 seed. That's the only way that the Rockets could face the Warriors in the second round, is if they're the 4 or the 5 seed. And I just don't see that. I don't see them going from 65 wins last year to being the 4 seed, which in the West will probably mean that they'll win somewhere around 48, 49 games. I just don't see that. That's why, once again, that's how you know that Stephen A. Smith is not thinking rationally.
And the road to the conference finals is going to be tougher for them than the Lakers.
What's the weather going to be like on May 12th?
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Really laid it out for us. All right, guys. Let's
Yeah, that just makes no sense. But anyway, we'll see what happens with the Lakers this year. Peace.